Welcome back to Immortal News. In today's special episode, we'll be sharing the recent passing of notable individuals who left a remarkable impact on our lives. Before we begin, we kindly ask you to show your support by giving this video a like. It truly means a lot to us. Number 9. There is no band. Those haunting words echoed through Club Silencio just before Rebekah Del Rio moved an audience to tears with nothing but her voice. It was a moment that changed film, and those who heard her forever. Rebekah Del Rio, the artist behind that powerful Lorando performance in Mulholland Drive, has passed away at 57. She died peacefully at her home in Los Angeles. A native of Chula Vista, California, Rebekah began singing in San Diego and quickly earned recognition for her vocal gifts. Her career soared after a move to Nashville, where she signed with Giant Records and recorded her debut album, Nobody's Angel. One of its singles reached number 2 on the charts in the Netherlands, launching her onto the international stage. But it was David Lynch's 2001 film that gave Del Rio her most iconic spotlight. On a quiet stage with no music, her a cappella Spanish rendition of Roy Orbison's Crying stunned viewers around the world. That haunting performance became part of cinema history. She later returned to Lynch's universe in Twin Peaks. The Return, performing No Stars alongside Moby. Throughout her 3-decade career, Rebekah contributed her powerful voice to the soundtracks of Sin City, Man on Fire, Southland Tales, and more. Her unique ability to blend languages and genres left a mark on every project she touched. Beyond the stage and studio, Rebekah was known for her kindness, generosity, and unshakable passion. Her nephew, Dan Coronado, called her voice a God-given talent and shared how grateful he felt to hear her sing just days before her passing. Rebekah endured heartache in her life too, having lost her beloved son Philip in 2009. Yet through it all, she kept creating art, sharing love, and offering her voice to the world. Her legacy isn't just in the songs she recorded, but in the way she made people feel. Deeply, truly, and sometimes even silently, like in Club Silencio. Rebekah Del Rio will be cherished for her fearless voice, cinematic moments, and the emotional truth she brought to every note. Tributes to Rebekah Del Rio. Number 8. There wasn't a minute of that time that he didn't leave me smiling or laughing. Those words from longtime friend and Dukes of Hazzard co-star Ben Jones capture the joyful spirit of Rick Hurst, a man who made the world sweeter simply by being in it. Rick Hurst, born Richard Douglas Hurst in Houston, Texas, brought light and laughter to millions through a career that spanned more than 50 years. He passed away peacefully on June 26, 2025 at the age of 79. To many, he'll always be Deputy Cletus Hogg, Boss Hogg's well-meaning cousin in the beloved series The Dukes of Hazzard. Rick played the role with such warmth and charm that Cletus became a fan favorite, appearing in more than 50 episodes and 2 reunion specials. His comedic timing and kind-hearted portrayal made audiences feel like family. Beyond Hazzard County, Rick's talents reached far and wide. He brought heart and humor to roles in Amanda's with B. Arthur, and had parts in memorable films like Steel Magnolias, The Karate Kid Part 3, and In the Line of Fire. Each role, big or small, was made better by his presence. What set Rick apart wasn't just his skill, but his kindness. Colleagues spoke of his generosity on set, his encouragement to newer actors, and his genuine love for storytelling. He brought laughter wherever he went, not because it was his job, but because it was who he was. Fans fondly remember meeting him at conventions, where he'd happily share memories, pose for photos, and offer a laugh or story without rushing the moment. He had a way of making strangers feel like old friends. Rick Hurst is survived by his sons, Ryan and Colin Hurst, and his wife, Shelley Weir. Though he may no longer walk among us, the joy he brought to screen and to life will never fade. His legacy lives on through laughter, friendship, and the characters that generations continue to love. Tributes to Richard Hurst. Number 7. You were and always will be my Prince Charming. With these words, Brigitte Poublon Sherman remembered her beloved husband Bobby Sherman, a man who once captured millions of hearts with a song and later helped save countless lives in silence. Bobby Sherman passed away at age 81, held in the hand of the woman he loved for nearly 3 decades. He died peacefully, surrounded by family, after a brief illness. Long before the screaming fans and sold-out concerts, Bobby's journey began with quiet charm and undeniable talent. He rose to national stardom as the house singer on Shindig and became a household name as Jeremy Bolt on Here Come the Brides. But it was his voice, warm and melodic, that carved his name into music history. With hits like Little Woman, Julie, Do You Love Me, and Easy Come, Easy Go, Bobby became one of the biggest teen idols of the late 60s and early 70s. His face was on posters, lunchboxes, and in countless hearts. He released over 100 songs, many reaching gold and platinum status, and filled arenas with fans who sang every word. But despite the spotlight, Bobby's heart always belonged to service. In the late 1970s, he stepped away from the stage and toward a new calling. As a paramedic and later an LAPD training officer, he taught CPR and life-saving skills to a new generation of first responders. Those who knew him describe him as humble, kind, and fiercely devoted to helping others. Even at the height of fame, he remained grounded, never losing sight of what truly mattered. He gave his time, his talent, and his heart to every role. Whether on stage, on screen, or in a life-saving uniform, Bobby is survived by his wife Brigitte, sons Tyler and Christopher, and 6 grandchildren. His family, friends, fans, and colleagues will carry forward his light and legacy. The world remembers Bobby not just for the music or the shows, but for the man he chose to be when the cameras were off. Brave, compassionate, and full of grace. Tributes to Bobby Sherman. Number 6. Ananda was the only one who could sit next to a rapper, a politician, or a teenager and make each of them feel heard. Those words from a longtime MTV colleague speak volumes about her rare gift. Ananda Lewis, who passed away at 52, showed the world what it meant to truly listen. Whether hosting BET's Teen Summit or bringing energy and awareness to MTV, she used her voice to spotlight others. She made hard conversations feel human. From her early days as a youth activist in college to her rise as one of the most recognizable faces on television, Ananda broke ground. On MTV, she wasn't just presenting music videos, she was shaping the conversation about race, identity, and justice. As host of the Ananda Lewis Show and later a correspondent on The Insider, she remained fearless and deeply curious. Her questions had weight, but so did her laughter. That balance made viewers trust her. Off camera, she was just as passionate. She championed education, health awareness, and community healing. In 2020, Ananda bravely shared her diagnosis of breast cancer. True to form, she turned a private struggle into public advocacy, pleading with others not to delay screenings, even when access was hard. Her strength carried her through a long battle, which she faced with honesty and grace. Behind the acclaimed career stood a sister, a mother, and a bright light. Her son Langston, her sister Lakshmi, and countless friends now carry a deep void, filled only by her lessons and love. "She's free and in his heavenly arms," her sister Lakshmi wrote. Every message since echoes the same feeling, gratitude for a woman who made a difference. Ananda Lewis reminded us that youth deserved a voice, truth deserved a platform, and love was always worth showing up for. Her warmth reached across screens and into hearts. That reach will continue. The cause of death was complications from stage 4 breast cancer, which she had bravely battled for several years. She was surrounded by loved ones in her final days. Her legacy lives on in every young person she empowered and each conversation she helped start. Tributes to Ananda Lewis. Number 5. She carried herself with grace, always, and when she walked on set, we listened. A former co-star once said of Lynn Hamilton. That quiet strength became her signature, on screen and off. Lynn Hamilton, whose presence lit up both stage and television for over 60 years, passed away peacefully at the age of 95. She died of natural causes, surrounded by love, leaving behind a legacy of dignity, resilience, and artistry. She first captured hearts as Donna Harris, the caring and composed nurse who softened Fred Sanford's heart in the beloved sitcom Sanford and Son. Matching Red Fox's humor with compassion, Lynn brought depth to a role that became one of her most iconic. She later took on the role of Verdi on The Waltons, portraying a proud and empathetic teacher, giving voice to the untold stories of Black families in rural America during hard times. Her performances weren't just memorable, they were groundbreaking. Born in Mississippi and raised in Chicago, Lynn began her acting journey in community theater before making her way to Broadway. With roles in major plays and films like Shadows, Buck and the Preacher, and Lady Sings the Blues, her range and talent were clear from the start. Television viewers also saw her shine in shows like Good Times, The Golden Girls, NYPD Blue, 2 on 27, and even Curb Your Enthusiasm. Whether in comedy or drama, Lynn made an impact with just a look, a word, or a pause. Beyond acting, Lynn nurtured creativity at home with her husband, playwright Frank Jenkins. Together they worked on stage productions that celebrated African American history and art, including a tribute to legendary performer Bert Williams. Fans and peers alike remember her warmth and authenticity. In tribute, a family spokesperson said, "Her passing marks the end of an era, but her legacy will continue to inspire and uplift future generations." Lynn Hamilton leaves behind a rich body of work, a loving family and a community of admirers who found strength in her characters and in her. Tributes to Lynn Hamilton. Number 4. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn, Anne Burrell once said. And with those words, she helped transform countless kitchens and countless lives. Anne Burrell, known for her fiery passion, bold personality, and signature spiky hair, brought joy and confidence into homes across America. She passed away peacefully at the age of 55 after a brief illness, leaving behind a legacy built on flavor, laughter, and heart. A proud native of Cazenovia, New York, Anne followed her curiosity from a small-town kitchen to some of the world's most respected culinary schools, including the Culinary Institute of America, and a special program in Italy that deepened her love for rustic, honest food. Long before she became a household name, Anne worked hard in high-end New York City restaurants, learning, leading, and growing. She shared that knowledge with the world through her cookbooks and her unforgettable presence on Food Network. Anne shot to fame as the high-energy host of Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, a show that turned everyday meals into celebrations. But it was her role on Worst Cooks in America that made her a beloved mentor to many. Through 27 seasons, she guided amateur cooks who had never boiled water into confident creators of comfort food. She appeared on shows like Iron Chef America, Chopped, and Guy's Grocery Games, always bringing her bold enthusiasm, quick wit, and fearless cooking style. Her impact went beyond the screen. Anne was a cheerleader for underdogs, a patient teacher, and a chef who always reminded others that food is love. Her joy for cooking was infectious, and her belief in people, especially those who had given up on themselves, was unwavering. Chef Alex Guarnaschelli said, "Anne had this way of making you feel like you absolutely could do it, whatever it was." Anne is survived by her loving husband Stuart Claxton, her stepson Javier, her mother Marlene, siblings Jane and Ben, and her beloved nieces and nephew. Her family remembers her as a bright light, someone who brought warmth into every room and into every dish. Though Anne may no longer be with us in the kitchen, her recipes, her laughter, and her fearless love of life will always remain. Tributes to Anne Burrell. Number 3. She was never afraid to speak her truth and stand tall, no matter what came her way. That's how colleagues describe Sarah Burack: bold, driven, and deeply passionate. At just 40 years old, Sarah's promising journey was cut short in a tragic hit-and-run in Hampton Bays. News of her passing has left the Hamptons real estate world, and fans across the country grieving a vibrant soul taken far too soon. Sarah first won hearts on screen in Netflix's $1 Million Beach House, and later on HBO Max's Selling the Hamptons. But she was more than a reality star. As a top luxury real estate broker with Nest Seekers International, she redefined what it meant to connect clients with their dream homes. Her listings lit up the Hamptons and New York City skyline, each deal a blend of her sharp instincts and personal touch. Behind her achievements was a story rooted in family. Raised around commercial construction, Sarah developed a fascination with properties early on. That spark became a lifelong calling. In a demanding industry known for fast deals and fierce competition, Sarah stood out, not just for her strong sales, but for her genuine care and fearless honesty. She faced public and private challenges with a strength that inspired many. Whether taking on legal battles or speaking out on social issues, she carried herself with integrity and grace. Sarah mentored new agents and championed ethical business practices. Her presence, on screen and behind the scenes, helped shape a more authentic portrayal of real estate professionals. Audiences connected with her sincerity, ambition, and warm charisma. She is survived by her mother and sister who supported her journey every step of the way. Friends and fans continue to share tributes, stories of Sarah's kindness, resilience, and sharp wit. Nest seekers remembered her as a powerful force in life, saying, "This is an extremely difficult time for Sarah's family. The commission dispute remains unresolved, but our focus remains on mourning her loss. Sarah Burack's legacy lives on in the home she helped create, the stories she told, and the lives she lifted with her strength." Tributes to Sarah Burack. Number 2, I've been inspired by you my entire journey. These words from choreographer Sean Bankhead speak for countless dancers who found their rhythm through Dave Scott's movement. Dave Scott, a towering figure in hip-hop dance, passed away peacefully at the age of 52. His death marks the end of a dazzling chapter in dance, but his impact lives on across studios, stages, and screens worldwide. From the heart of Compton, Dave began as a self-taught dancer, mimicking moves off TV and dreaming big. What started as street rhythm evolved into a groundbreaking career that changed the art of dance forever. He choreographed unforgettable films like You Got Served, which introduced hip-hop to theaters in a way never seen before. His work on Stomp the Yard and multiple step-up sequels brought emotion and edge to every beat. For his efforts, he earned the American Choreography Award and the Fred and Adele Astaire Award, rare honors in a genre often overlooked. Beyond the camera, Dave was a powerful mentor. His influence helped shape the careers of chart-topping performers like B2K. He brought energy and innovation to hit shows like So You Think You Can Dance, Dancing with the Stars, and many more. Dave taught with passion at renowned studios including Broadway Dance Center and the Debbie Allen Dance Academy. As director of the LA Hip Hop Intensive, he opened doors for new talent and created a culture of creativity, support, and inclusion. Above all, Dave was known for his warmth. He could light up any room with laughter, encouragement, or just a nod that said, "I see your fire." His generosity made him not just beloved, but unforgettable. Tributes from across the world have poured in. "My heart is broken," said Mia Michaels. "My Dave was a friend, brother, laugh buddy, and a beautiful creator." Maddie Ziegler and Derek Howe also shared heartfelt messages in his memory. Dave's passing was the result of natural causes, and plans are in motion to honor him as he deserved, with celebration, rhythm, and gratitude. He leaves behind a global family of dancers and dreamers who will forever feel his beat in their hearts. Tributes to Dave Scott. What's trending on the internet? News 1. What a touching moment of understanding between generations. Haley Jade McClintock, the 29-year-old daughter of rap legend Eminem, recently opened up about her newfound appreciation for the challenges her father faced while raising her in the spotlight. Now, a mother herself to baby Elliot Marshall with her husband Evan McClintock, Haley says she truly understands the delicate balance between sharing life's joyful moments and protecting precious family privacy. Reflecting on her childhood, she lovingly admitted that her dad's struggle to keep her safe while feeling proud of her is something she relates to now more than ever. Haley's journey into motherhood and her thoughtful perspective remind us all of the deep bonds between parents and children, and how experience can bring new gratitude for the love and sacrifices of family. As Haley continues to build her own legacy, both as a parent and as a creative spirit, she honors her father's example while charting her own heartfelt path. News 2. Here's a story that truly touches the heart. Just 1 year after the loss of beloved actor Johnny Wachter at the age of 37, his family and friends gathered in Hollywood to celebrate the premiere of his final film, Ciao Mama. Johnny, known for his roles on General Hospital, left a lasting impact both on screen and in his personal life. At the TCL Chinese Theater, Johnny's mother Scarlett and brother Lance were honored with a standing ovation as they watched him light up the big screen one more time. Scarlett reflected on how proud Johnny would have been, sharing memories of his joyful spirit. In a moving tribute, Lance even lent his own voice to finish a few of his brother's scenes. Ciao Mama tells the story of family, love, and the power of coming home, a fitting reflection of Johnny's own life and character. His courage and kindness continue to inspire, as he is remembered not only as a talented actor, but as a hero who put others first. Johnny Wachter's light shines on through his work, his loved ones, and the many people who cherished him. His legacy will be remembered with love and gratitude by all whose lives he touched. News 3. Pop sensation Jessie J is opening up with incredible honesty and humor after her recent breast cancer surgery. The 37-year-old singer, beloved for hits like Price Tag, shared on Instagram that after her June surgery, her doctors believe the cancer is now gone. Jessie celebrated the moment with a laugh, letting fans know her nipple is where it used to be, and she's enjoying some well-deserved rest, guilt-free Love Island marathons, and extra support from her boyfriend Chanaan Safir Coleman and their 2-year-old son Sky. Jessie hasn't shied away from discussing the ups and downs of her journey. She's spoken candidly about the pain and the challenges of not being the energetic mom she's used to, but she's also found joy in the little things, like more time with her family and connecting with fans who are going through similar experiences. Her openness reminds us all of the power of sharing our stories and supporting one another. As Jessie J focuses on her recovery, she continues to inspire with her strength, humor, and unwavering positivity. Here's wishing her a bright, healthy future filled with music, laughter, and endless Love Island episodes with the ones she loves. News 4. Let's take a moment to remember the remarkable life of Carolyn McCarthy, who has passed away at the age of 81. Carolyn was a longtime congresswoman from Long Island, New York, but her journey into public service began with unimaginable tragedy. In 1993, her husband was killed and her son severely wounded during the Long Island Railroad shooting, a loss that inspired her to become one of America's leading voices for gun safety. Though she started out as a nurse and had never run for office before, Carolyn's determination led her to Congress, where she served for 18 years. Her tireless work helped strengthen background checks on gun buyers and ensured safer communities for generations. Even as she battled health challenges, her dedication never wavered, and her story was so inspiring it became the subject of a television movie. Carolyn McCarthy will be remembered not just for the laws she helped pass, but for her compassion, courage, and the hope she brought to so many families. Her legacy is one of resilience, service, and making a difference when it matters most. News 5. Did you hear the buzz about Marge Simpson and wondered what's really going on in Springfield? Well, here's the heart of the story. In the season 36 finale of The Simpsons, fans were stunned when Marge, the beloved blue-haired matriarch who's been at the center of America's favorite animated family since 1989, was shown to have passed away. But there's a twist. The episode actually fast-forwards 35 years into the future, giving us a glimpse of an older Homer grieving at her funeral. We even see Marge in the afterlife, sharing a sweet, lighthearted moment with none other than Ringo Starr. But there's no need to worry about saying goodbye just yet. The show's producers have reassured everyone that this emotional scene is just part of a speculative future-set story, not part of the series' regular timeline. Marge will still be there in Springfield, keeping her family, and all of us, grounded with her warmth, humor, and heart. So, while the episode sparked plenty of chatter online, it's a gentle reminder of just how much Marge means to fans of every generation. As new seasons roll in, we'll keep celebrating her iconic laughter, unwavering love, and those legendary blue locks. Here's to the lasting legacy of Marge Simpson, an animated icon who brings families together, year after year. Number 1. Laughter was his loudest gift, kindness his quiet strength. That's how friends remember David H.K. Bell, a man whose presence made people instantly feel welcomed, whether on screen or in real life. David passed away peacefully at the age of 46, leaving behind a legacy that stretches well beyond the small island community where he was born. Audiences around the world came to know him as the Shave Ice Man, credited as Big Hawaiian Dude in Disney's 2025 live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch. In that single memorable moment, he became more than a scene stealer. He became a symbol of aloha, warmth, hospitality, and joy. But for Hawaii, David had always been that symbol. Born in Honolulu and raised between Kaimuki and Waimea, he was deeply rooted in his culture. His kindness wasn't just a personality trait, it was a lifestyle. Beyond Disney, he appeared in popular series like Magnum P.I. and Hawaii 5-0. He also lent his deep, friendly voice as the announcer at Kona's airport, welcoming visitors with the real spirit of the islands. He was a proud local son and a passionate ambassador for Kona Brewing, sharing Hawaiian stories and flavors around the world. Fans, friends, and colleagues describe him as a gentle giant. His sister, Jaylene, said it best. He was sweet, generous, talented, funny, brilliant, and handsome. His agent called him the true meaning of aloha. David didn't chase fame, but he left behind something even more lasting. Moments that made people smile, both in Hawaii and beyond. The entertainment industry, his community, and his family are mourning the loss of a bright light. His spirit lives on in every laugh he sparked and every heart he warmed. He is survived by loved ones, including his sister Jaylene. His passing was peaceful, though the grief it leaves behind is profound. Messages of love have poured in, with Walt Disney Studios honoring his joyful performance and cultural pride. His voice, his laughter, his aloha, these will always echo across the islands. Tributes to David H.K. Bell. Democracy is fragile, and it requires constant attention, Bill Moyers once said.